Make sure you subscribe my channel and turn on the notifications by clicking this bell icon so you may not miss any videos that I post.
Hello everyone, this is the opposite work and welcome back to another episode of Coding with APIs. So in this episode guys, I'm going to show you how to get activities of a channel. So it's a common thing that we should be thinking of what his or the channel is looking at. So mostly, so here is the thing we're going to do. Activities is nothing but what are the activities done by the channel. So this is done by only if the channel is kept public. So for my I set my main channel into private, so I think the channel doesn't show what I'm seeing mostly, but even though I set my things, so here this channel is completely set to public. I mean everything is set to public, open to that. This is my small channel, like a secondary channel I have been maintaining. So present now and doesn't make any live streams due to my system crash after my system crash. I'm not making any live stream set. So in future I'm going to make any live streams in that if possible. So it's completely set to the public. So when coming to my channel, the original channel that I'm posting this video is set to be private for the subscriptions only. So I can show you what videos I'm seeing. It can be through history, but actually when I check that, it's not showing up. So here is the parameters we're going to send. So maximum results, channel ID and the part. So if you give a snippet part, I'll show you the result what happens. See, I have given the snippet part and it's going to give us the things like everything published at channel ID, title and everything, but we doesn't need those. Okay, so I'm going to do only the content details. So you can just get the content details from here. So this is the content details. We are going to do this one, not the snippet part. If you have content details, that's returning the IDs that we need. So if it is a subscription, it's going to return the channel ID. If it's a video that we upload, see it's upload, so it's returning the video ID. And bulletin is nothing but video IDs, I mean that we watch. So if you watch some video, it will return this. So whatever it is, I'm going to do this one. So using content details, we are going to check what someone is watching. So let's get started. So as we know, this is the common template that we use for every channel. One is about the channel. It takes the keyword of channel. It may be ID, it may be title, like keyword, whatever it is. And the next thing, maximum results to be displayed. So you can edit that if you want. And finally, button click search channel subscriptions. Instead of channel subscription, I just need to change that. So it should be right here, activities. Okay, we're gonna have that. So okay, let it be like that, don't worry. Okay, we have this. So paste it. Okay, activities. So button click search channel activities. So it's going to check the channel activities. So actually there should be a parameter that showing that if the thing is original code or everything. We doesn't need everything out of here. So only thing we need to see is what the channel is absolutely seeing. So we're gonna do, so we can change all these things if you want. So let's get the project right here. So we need to implement we should include our older project of searching a channel. So that's what we need. So I have already made a link. So if you doesn't know how to get that, I'll be sure I have showed this in previous episodes. Please go check them out if you haven't. So we're going to place the link. So now we have included our older project to search the channels. So let's start with the first channel. So until the button, I mean this is being clicked, submit is clicked, we shouldn't run anything. So I'm gonna copy this function. So let's make the function start from here. Okay, it doesn't take any parameters, but it has a keyword. It should have a keyword, right? So keyword is nothing but the search bar. So the value containing in this input bar is going to be our thing. So we're just going to grab that. Okay, So I'm gonna say document dot get element by id, and for the id I'm going to give single quotes since it's a string, and in that id we should get the value of that. So that's finally semicolon. So it's stored in the keyword. Next thing, we should call the function to search this. So we already have this function in our include file that we are in the older projects that we did. So it's a simple search engine, so it's gonna search for the channel, and it also has some global words, so we can have the access to channel IDs and title, thumbnails, and everything else. Okay, so first thing what we are going to do is that we're going to check what type of channel we are working with, right? That's what we need to do. So let's get into that first. Okay, so after this we need to start some coding. So before we get to that, let me refresh the page right here. So it should be working. Okay, everything looks fine. Okay, we just got fine everything. Now for example, let me get the channel ID from here that we are just looking, so we know what's going on. Okay, channel ID is the same that we used right here. So if you click the submit button, it should search for the channel, and let's see if it's our channel. I mean, it should be this one, DAW live. So that's what the channel is. So let's check. Okay, only one items because we are using channel ID, so it doesn't get many results. Okay, snippet part, and see, that's my channel. Since ID is unique for its own channel, so we're not going to mess with that. That's great. Yep, that's great. Okay, so now after getting into that one, next thing we have to do is to start another function. So I think this should be a semicolon right here, since it's a constructor function. So you can create an object with that if you want, and you can also create some prototypes using that functions if you want. Okay, but actually it's not required since we are only dealing with functions. If you are going to do some object-oriented programming with this JavaScript, then you have to include this semicolon at the end. So it says it should be like a class. Okay, don't worry, in the future things we going to do that things. Okay, for now we are just only having the functions. So another function of code, again we need to code with that probably. So see, like it's like channels code. Similarly we are going to get a thing. So okay, let me get it here. Search channel activities. Okay, so it should be small activities code and open parenthesis close brackets. So guys, every time we are going to not, in spite of just typing the whole code and mess do these things, I have this thing from here. Okay, let's copy this from here and I'm gonna paste this. So we want to change this URL, so let's remove the custom things. I mean, we're gonna make it as a simple template that we need. Okay, and just do event. Okay, now we just got the keyword, so the keyword should be right here. So if user doesn't send any keyword, let me think input has empty thing, so input is empty like this. So click here, so it's like this, and if you click submit button, then I should do something, right? So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my own channel as an example. If the keyword is empty, it's a null one. Okay, every time he clicks the button, the keyword will be new. So if it's empty, then it will be noted as undefined or sometimes null. So if there is a null value in that, then I will be pick up the keyword as a object work, and the such going to be continued off. Is it that? So actually this is not required, you know. And in spite of the keyword, we are going to have the YouTube channel ID, and we are going to have a max of 25 as usually. Okay, so why just you change the keyword to channel ID? Because this is a new request, only keyword is required to search the channels. So next thing we need to use our keyword. So which I'm going to request here, I mean call this function from here. So here I'm gonna send the parameter as channel ID and I. So if you check right here, let me show you. So channel ID is an array, so you can have starting from I. So I'm gonna put an array by I equals 0. So okay, we're going to do, and for the future projects, if it is required, I'm gonna have the for loop, but actually I'm not going to do that for now. Okay, it doesn't need any for loop right now, so I'm gonna use only I. So if it is a requirement, so we're gonna add at the end the for loop, so if someone wants, they can edit that. Okay, so what's next? Okay, we just have here, so next thing we need to grab the URL to send the request. Okay, we just have the URL which is right underneath here. So here is the URL, we need to send the request to that HTTPS. So, and there we go. So next thing we need to pass the data. So first thing we need to pass the key, and this doesn't require any type of authorization, because we are not going to make any changes to that. We are just going to have the read access if you send only the key. So one more thing, I just need to say yes, API underscore key. I just forgot. So I'm gonna copy this off and paste it right there. And next thing we need to get the part, and we are using part as content details that we have, and over here okay, we have the content details as a part, so let's get that. And the maximum results, and which is of max, and the final one is channel ID. So actually the channel ID, yeah, we are on the right spot. Okay, so I think let me copy this off without getting, see the L and I are just mixed up and showing both as double L. So if you just paste it, see the same as this dot array. So I'm gonna get the channel ID which we got out of that, and that's it. No comma or anything else. Okay, now, and we no need to pass if it's a default parameter. So if you want change, I'm gonna add max to here. So max, and we need to get the value of that too from here. Oops, I'm gonna say it as max, and I should get the keyword. So it's here max results, and I'm gonna paste it in the ID. So if you change the value, it's going to be changed, or else it's going to stay as it is at 25, and we are also pasted as default in there too, so it will be default as 25. Okay, so now here's the complication. So you may get a subscription, we may get a upload, we may get a bulletin that's nothing but a view. So we need to check what is that. So to do that, as usual, we're going to run through loop, and first we're going to check if it is a subscription or not. So how I'm going to do that is, so we are the channel items, right? So let me take off this loop off, and let me refresh the page so we can clearly observe what's going on here. So refresh it, and I'm gonna click the submit button once and see if there are no errors like syntax errors we have now made. Okay, content details is not defined. Okay, it's a string. I just forgot to place the single quotes on that. Okay, now we are safe. So these are small mistakes we just forgot. So to run and see, it's not a big deal. So we just run the request. So let's see. Got the response. Okay, we have got 25 items as we know, and first we are in the items, so we have up to 25 items. So we are going to go through each one of them. So each one of them goes through content details. Okay, every time we go, we just go and check the content details. So I'm inside the variable, inside the temporary array, I'm going to check, I'm going to change it. Okay, so, and one more thing is this is going to be the array, and no need to declare here, because we are including our older project where we have declared the same variable again. So, and it is a global one. Let me show you guys. So yeah, here is the temporary variable and it's a global one, so no need to declare that variable again in here. So I'm going to save the temporary array in here, so it just starts from 0 again. Okay, that's not a big deal again.